Hi everyone, it's Dawn and I wanted to come on here today to show you a palette that I am absolutely loving. It is not a new palette, but it's new to me, and the brand is pretty new to me too. I've owned a few IT Cosmetics over the years, but I don't know, I just didn't give it the playing time that I give a lot of my other brands like Lancome and Clinique. Well, MaryEllen after 60 and Catherine from Catherine's Life and a few other ladies that I watch here on YouTube really enjoy IT Cosmetics, and subliminally watching their videos, it piqued my interest. I noticed in the comments I was saying, I'd like to try that. I'd like to try that. So finally I thought, well, what am I waiting for? I haven't purchased any new products in a while and I really am curious about this brand. This brand, IT Cosmetics, does not use a lot of harsh ingredients in their products, so I really like that. The next thing is that their products are infused with good ingredients. So their foundations, and I've talked to you about the Confidence in a Compact with an SPF of 50 that I have fallen in love with. They're like a serum, so they have good ingredients in them. So when you're putting them on your face, it's like you're using skincare as well. And I've just been really impressed with the products I've been trying. And also their makeup brushes are amazing. I think they're second to none, actually. So I'd like to start collecting a brush here and there to get a nice collection of IT brushes, and I haven't done that yet, but I'm digressing. I wanted to tell you about a palette that I have fallen in love with from IT Cosmetics, and it is the Naturally Pretty Romantics palette. And like I said, it's new to me, but it is not a new palette. So I'm just gonna tell you what I love about this palette. These are the colors, and they are absolutely beautiful. There are 14 matte shades, and they are all infused with silk. So they are incredibly blendable, and they're buildable, and they don't crease. There is not kick up or fallout. And this one right here is what they call a transforming pearl. And this shade is not a matte, and it is to be used to apply over any other shade you've put on and turn it into a shimmer. So you can build the shimmer depending on what your preferences are. So I just think this is a fantastic palette. Now the downside of this palette is that the colors are not highly pigmented. The first time I used this palette, I didn't put a primer on, and I just had washed my face, put on my skincare, and started using the eye makeup. And I was like, there's not really any color payoff. So the next time I used it, I put a primer on my eyelids, and it made a world of difference. They just need something to stick to. And so for a primer, what I used is my Bye Bye Under Eye, and this is another IT product. A little goes a long way. And I'm not even joking about that, the tiniest little bit. You just dab a little where you want it beneath your eyes, and then dab it onto your lid, and it will prime your lids beautifully. When I was in the store testing this, I put too much and I didn't realize it. It seemed like a normal amount, and I put it under my eyes, and it like blended so much that it was almost like I had used it as a foundation. It just went everywhere. So be warned, this a little goes a long way, but it is beautiful. So I have that on today too. I used it as a primer, and I used this color, this color, this color, and the Transforming Pearl. So that's the look I did today. I'm gonna do a little get ready with me with a voiceover and show you this palette and just show you the look I created today. And I'll come in closer at the end so you can get a good look. I also used some Tarte Cosmetics and some Too Faced Cosmetics to finish up my look, and I added that into the Get Ready With Me. So I'll try to keep this brief and just show you what I did. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is put on my foundation. I'm using the Tarte Amazonian Clay Foundation, and I'm going to apply it with the brush that goes with the foundation. I purchased mine at QVC, and they usually have a pretty good deal of the foundation and the brush together as a set. This is a favorite of mine. My daughters love it too. It's a medium buildable coverage. So you can build it up to a full coverage, but I think you can also blend it very lightly and go with a lighter coverage. I just really like this foundation a lot. It lasts all day long for like a 10-hour day, and I don't get any oily breakthrough in my T-zone, which is typically a problem that I can have. I'm applying a little extra onto my cheeks. I had been to the dermatologist and I had some like little red spots that they cauterized. So I have some blemishes on my cheeks right now. I'm using the Bye Bye Under Eye Concealer to conceal my under eyes and to use on my eyelids as a primer. I really like this concealer very much, but like I said, a little goes a very long way. And you'll notice that on the right eye, I'm sorry, I put it a little too heavy. See, I'm really trying to blend that out there, but it does blend in. You just have to go very light-handed. But if you like a lot of concealer or you're really trying to conceal something, I think that this concealer would do a great job. I'm getting the little spots on my cheeks that are healing right now. So you'll see those. I kind of zoom in a little bit closer and you'll see they're a little bit obvious on my cheeks. Okay, now I'm going in with my Naturally Pretty Romantics palette, and I'm taking the color Desire. And it's just a peachy, pinky, orange color. I don't really know the best way to describe it. It's not quite a terracotta because it's not very deep. You have to really pack it on your brush to get a lot of color payoff. But as you can see, that's what I'm doing, and I'm getting great payoff using the primer on my eyelids and just packing the brush. And it's just a really beautiful pinky color, pinky mauve color. I'm just blending that out above my crease. I'm not being super careful with my technique. I'm really just going for a nice everyday look. And this is how I would typically do it. Now I'm going in with Adore, which is a light pinky peach again. It's just lighter, much lighter than the other shade. And I'm just putting that above the Desire shade to make a nice transition. And it's just a really beautiful color that complements the Desire very well. I'm blending that out. Okay, now this is a beautiful green called Tranquility. I don't have any greens like this color. I do enjoy green eyeshadows. I think this one is very special. It is light, kind of pastel. You have to pack it onto the brush again and have primed eyelids. But once you do, it shows up beautifully and it will last and last throughout the day. If you don't use an eyelid primer, I think it's much more difficult for this to show up. Okay, so that's all I'm doing. And now I'm going to take the Transforming Pearl, which makes the matte shades into shimmers. It's so beautiful. I'm hitting the corners and going up under my brow bone and just blending it a little bit. I don't mind if the mattes turn a little shimmery. I actually prefer that. So I'm putting that on liberally. You can build it up as much as you like to get as much of the shimmer as you would like. Now I'm taking my Lancome Art Liner, and this is a grayish, like a slate gray color. And when I was putting it on, I realized that I'm running very low. I wasn't getting as much onto my brush as I normally do. And the problem with these art liners is you really can't tell when you're running out. When you shake up the bottle, you can hear a little bead in there mixing it, but you just never know when you're getting close to the bottom. And I've had this a pretty long time, so that should have been an indicator for me. But I have run out, so I'm going to have to repurchase this, and I will. I do enjoy it very much. I think I will repurchase this in the future, but I think I'm going to try one of the It Cosmetics eyeliners next. I haven't tried one before, and I'm enjoying so many It Cosmetics products right now that I'd really like to give one of their eyeliners a try. Okay, just curling my lashes. I've been using the Revitalash, and I'm noticing a lot of new growth coming in my eyelashes. So I'm really happy with that. I'm using my Too Faced Better Than Sex, which is my favorite mascara right now. I think I have a tie between this and the Lancome Monsieur Big Mascara. I'm not repurchasing any mascaras until these two are finished because I'm enjoying them so much. Whoops, a little coffee break. Okay, now I'm taking my Bronze Goddess bronzer from Estee Lauder and I'm going around the perimeter of my face and on my cheeks just to bronze my face a little bit and give me some color since we're into the spring finally where I live, and I like to look like I have a little bit of color onto my face. My new bangs are getting in the way, so if my bangs are irritating you while I'm putting on my makeup, I'll start pulling them back. It's just they're new all of a sudden, so I'm not used to them. The It Bye Bye Pores Naturally Pretty Blush is a favorite of mine by It Cosmetics, and it's so pretty, and I'm just putting that right onto my cheekbones, and I'm touching some areas in my face where the sun would naturally hit me just to give me a little glow. I really am enjoying this blush very much. Now I'm taking that CC Airbrush Perfecting Powder with an SPF of 50. I'm putting it on a fluffy brush and just setting all my makeup with that because I like having the high SPF of 50, and it's just a great way to get your SPF on your face over your makeup rather than beneath your makeup. Now I'm using my Soap and Glory lipstick in Nude Edition. This is supposed to be a dupe for the Nude Vanille by Tom Ford per Lori at Pride and Photos Beauty. And now I'm taking the Lancome Juicy Tube in Shimmer. It's so beautiful. Just touching my lips a little bit with that just to make the color even more beautiful. This is an everyday look. This is something I would wear every day of the week. And
so this is the final look. I think it is such a pretty, everyday, just pretty and romantic makeup look. It's the way I like to wear my makeup on the daily basis. So this palette is just perfect for me. And I just wanted to introduce some of you to it if you don't already have this palette, but many of you may already have this palette, and you know, we can learn about it together. So anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a blessed and beautiful day.